Verstappen, I effed up the first 6 races of 2018. Max Verstappen admits that he didn't do himself any favors during the opening 6 races of the season. The Dutchman got himself into a series of disruptive weekends, bringing criticism from the fans and the press. Verstappen made contact with the wall or another driver at the first 6 events of the year. However, he has since gone on to take 9 podiums, including 2 victories at Austria and Mexico. The 21-year-old almost won last time out in Mexico before he was spun around by Esteban Ocon. The Red Bull driver has taken the blame for the early season mistakes. This year, the first 6 races, I basically effed up. Afterwards, we did a much better job. It's not really changing my approach to how I'm racing. I'm still the same person. I'm always going for the gap. You could see that in Mexico as well. I was there to win and not be second. I just wanted it too much initially. I really wanted to try and challenge. Even with the package we had, it was not possible. Sometimes my dad told me when I'm going slow, I'm still going fast enough. I got that approach back after Monaco, and it seemed to make me faster than I was before, but without mistakes. Verstappen's career has been molded by his father Jose, who is a former Grand Prix driver himself. The former Toro Rosso driver says that he sought out his father early on in the season when he was having issues. He's the only one who really knows me, Verstappen stated. We share everything together, so I think it's always good to reflect, and you can always improve, which everybody can. That's what we did. Of course, in some critical situations, like it was in the beginning of the year, then of course you talk a lot about it. It would be wrong to be really stubborn and try to fix it yourself. Then you always go back to the person who really knows you. Hamilton, there's always room to improve. Lewis Hamilton has vowed to enter the 2019 season even stronger with Mercedes following their championship success this season. Mercedes wrapped up its 5th consecutive Constructors' title last weekend, 2 weeks after Hamilton has crowned a 5-time world champion. The Briton has taken 10 victories this year despite a boosted challenge from Ferrari. His closest rival Sebastian Vettel has only picked up 5 wins, and hasn't stood on top of the podium since the Belgian Grand Prix in August. Despite another impressive campaign from the Silver Arrows, Hamilton is expecting to come back next year even stronger. Records have never been something that's been a driver for me, the Briton said. It's been more, and I do think to this point this is the highest point of my career in terms of my own performance, and how I perform with the team. But I do believe there's always areas we can improve, so we'll definitely look at this season at the end of the year, and there will always be areas. We didn't win every single race. There were some mishaps, particularly at the beginning of the year, so there's always room to improve. I expect to do that, and that's my expectation of myself. I've got to work this winter. There'll be a slightly amended approach. Of course, you've got to dig deep. You've got these young kids that are coming in, Charles Leclerc going to Ferrari, who's hungry to prove a point. You've got Max Verstappen, who's still hungry to prove a point, and so I've got to make sure that I'm still there. Hamilton explained how experience in Formula One has helped him cope with the mental challenge of fighting for a world title. I think in 2008 I was still really a kid, I was still maturing, he said. I naturally had all the talent that I needed but not really had the stability, the core strength, mentally and physically, to take all the different blows, from all the different angles, and handle them and still stay balanced. With age and experience I'm able to do that now. There's not really anything that you can throw at me that I can't handle. So I still have that ability I had as a kid, but now I have that mentality side of things, that stability, a more centered approach, and that's what allows me to drive and handle myself and steer myself through the year the way I do. Van Doorn, focus is on Formula E, not Formula 1. With just one round remaining in the 2018 Formula 1 season before he leaves McLaren, Stoffel Van Doorn says that his focus is on Formula E. The Belgian will make his debut in the electric series in December, racing with HWA. Van Doorn has struggled throughout the 2018 F1 season, and is yet to out-qualify teammate Fernando Alonso this year. McLaren confirmed in September that Lando Norris will take Van Doorn's seat in 2019 and partner Carlos Sainz, who will replace Alonso. I think I'm starting a new challenge which I'm really looking forward to with HWA and Formula E, Van Doorn said. I don't really have a break this winter, I'm going straight into that. My mindset is to do the best job there, so whatever happens in the future, it's difficult to tell at this moment. We've seen the driver market this summer has been a little bit crazy, and no one could have really expected what has happened. Things like that can happen in the future, and who knows what is going to happen. For now, I'm just focusing on Formula E and trying to do the best job there. Despite struggling throughout the course of his F1 career, Van Doorn believes he has benefited from it, gaining some valuable experience that will aid him in his future racing career. Definitely it's not been the best 2 seasons, Van Doorn admitted. I think I've had a great time with McLaren through the Junior Series, and they've supported me a lot to make the step into Formula 1. But the 2 years I've had in Formula 1 have been good in terms of experience, but I would have much preferred to fight higher up. I think the timing was right to get to Formula 1. I think I was with the right team with the right support. I just think the competitiveness we've had over those 2 years has not been great. It would have been nicer to fight a bit higher up.